previously on the practice?
His name is William Hinks. He's a serial psycho head chopper. We just successfully got acquitted. Now he's obsessed or something with Lindsay. I just want you to scare him.
I'll take care of it, Bobby.
The man you killed was a bit of a security freak. He also managed to activate his phone machine, which partially recorded an exchange between you two.
What exactly do they have on tape?
Me telling Hinks that you sent me.
I never sent you to kill him.
Look, we're in deep here.
Bobby Donnell,
What's going on?
you're under arrest for the murder of William Hinks.
The reason for this assemblage. I do not want this one slipping away. Robert Donnell is an enemy to this department.
They're giving Neil manslaughter.
In exchange for his testimony against me.
I'm bringing a motion to kick a couple of counts, the most serious being felony murder.
Whether or not Mr. Donnell actually did instruct Mr. Neal, that is a jury question. The defendant's motion to dismiss the felony murder count is therefore denied.
They've offered a plea. Aiding and abetting a felonious assault. 2.5 years, 1 suspended, disbarment.
Right.
If you get convicted of felony murder, you get life.
There's no way I'm pleading guilty. I didn't know I was here.
You always used to come here. Me too, for that matter.
I remember, what was it? 10, 11 years ago. You and I sat in this very room dreaming of the day we'd argue before the Supreme Court.
Listen, we talked about introducing character evidence. I don't think that's a good idea. It'll open the door on the drug bust where those police officers got killed.
I'm not missing anything, am I? It's my word against Neil's. He's a felon. What's his word? We got to be able to make reasonable doubt. All they have is a convicted felon with a huge motive to lie.
The audio tape that precedes his motive.
Can we win, Eugene?
An outright acquittal? I don't know. The felony murder count, all they have to prove is that you sent him there to break in, Bobby. That's what scares me. Their offer is still on the table.
No.
Thing about Toomey, he stays very neutral. He doesn't get emotional. Don't try pushing any of his buttons. He hasn't got any. Don't figure him to object too much either. If he doesn't need to preserve something for appeal, he stays quiet. And juries tend to like him because he seems objective.
Great.
We better get going.
Good luck.
Bags packed?
Packed and ready. Eugene, I'm on call for my rape crisis center today. Is that going to be okay?
I thought you were just in training.
I thought you were volunteering nights.
I finished training this weekend, and I am volunteering nights. This is a one-time thing. A counselor got sick.
Lucy, we need you on call here.
It's this one day only. I probably won't even get called.
Come on, it's 8:30.
Let's go.
Bobby. I want to be there, you know?
So do I.
We can't have an army.
If we sit in the gallery...
Somebody's got to earn money.
I appreciate the support.
Let's go.
There's press on the 6th floor. We just walked through it. I'll give you the advice you give all your clients. Look humble, but look like a winner.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Bobby.
We're friends.
Bobby,
That's it.
don't.
You were first approached by the defendant's wife?
Yes, she came to us saying she was being stalked by Mr. Hinks.
And what did you do?
We arrested him.
And those charges were dismissed?
That's correct.
Detective, how many times did you detain or arrest William Hinks at the request of the defendant or the defendant's wife?
I believe it was 3 times.
And for the record, Detective, Bobby Donnell and Lindsay Dole are friends of yours, isn't that correct?
We've always been on friendly terms, yes.
I imagine it's not easy for you sitting here today, accusing your friend of murder.
Objection.
Sustained.
Could you describe your last conversation with the defendant regarding William Hinks?
He was very upset. He and Lindsay came to us saying Mr. Hinks was the driver of the cab she was in. Both she and Bobby were agitated and in fear. Bobby said something like, "Get this guy."
What was your response?
I didn't know how to respond, to be honest. I was a little thrown.
Why is that?
The tenor wasn't arrest him, it was get him.
And by get him, what did you understand him to mean?
I really wasn't sure. I just didn't read it as arrest him.
Thank you, Detective.
Well, what did you read it as?
I wasn't sure.
Are you in the business of roughing people up, Detective?
No.
Killing them?
No.
Arresting them?
I arrest people, yes.
Yes. Well, couldn't Mr. Donald possibly have been saying, do what you do?
I don't know, Eugene.
Well, prior to this conversation, had Mr. Donald ever asked you to do anything illegal, Detective?
No.
So it is possible, sir, that when he said, get this guy, he meant arrest him.
As I said, I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell, so it's possible.
I suppose.
And you described Mr. Donald as being agitated when he said this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, his wife had just been threatened again by a serial killer. He responded by coming to the police and saying, get this guy.
Yes.
I don't even know why they called him.
They called him to bolster Neil. McGuire just made him a little more believable. Made the jury a little more predisposed to believe him.
And he's next, right?
He's next.
Aren't you going to get that?
That's my rape center pager.
Well, it seems you have a call, Lucy.
Dr. Davis, telephone, please. Dr. Davis, telephone, please.
Lucy Hatcher.
From the Rape Crisis Center.
I'm Caroline. Treatment room 3. Name's Maddie Werner, 22 years old.
Did the police bring her in?
I think so. There's trauma to the face and neck, defensive wounds on the hands. We haven't done the pelvic yet. She's in there. I'll be in with the doc in a few for the full exam.
Dr. J. Hamilton, Dr. J. Hamilton.
Hi, Maddie. My name's Lucy Hatcher. I'm a counselor from the Rape Crisis Center. I'm here to help you through this. Is there anybody that you'd like me to call? A friend or family member? So when he gets here, the doctor's going to do 2 things. First, he's going to make sure that you're okay. Medically. Okay, and then to help the police catch this guy, he'll do some evidence collection. You don't have to do the rape kit if you don't want to. But it'll really help if you ever want to prosecute. Can I get you anything? blanket me.
No!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I've been a client for about 10 years or so. Though not lately, because, I've been law-abiding.
When did Mr. Donnell last defend you, Mr. Neal?
About 8 years ago.
The charges were?
Double homicide.
You were acquitted?
Yes, I was.
Could you describe for the court your relationship with Mr. Donnell?
Well, mainly lawyer-client. But I was very indebted to him. When you allegedly kill people and get charged for it, the man who gives you back your freedom... Well, I felt I owed him my life, basically.
Now, turning your attention to the day of December 5th, did you meet with Mr. Donnell?
Yes. I got a call from his assistant saying there's a big emergency and he needed to see me.
You went to his office?
I did.
Could you tell the court what happened there?
Well, he was upset. Told me he got married and he had a problem. I figured he just wanted me to kill his wife. But that wasn't it. He said this psycho was threatening her and that he could harm her. He wanted me to take care of him.
And by take care of him, what did you interpret that to mean?
Kill him.
Kill him?
Yes.
Did you and Mr. Donnell discuss a price?
$50,000.
Did he pay you this money?
No, I figured he was good for it.
Did he indicate when he wanted you to kill Mr. Hinks?
Immediately. And he gave me the guy's address.
So what happened next, Mr. Neal?
Well, I went to this Hinks guy's house. I broke in and I waited. When Hinks got there, I cut his head off and I put it in the freezer.
I'd like to play for you an audio tape that was recorded from within William Hinks's house.
Bobby Donnell's a friend of mine.
That's your voice, Mr. Neal?
Yes. It's me and that Hinks right before I killed him. I didn't know I was being taped, of course. That was unfortunate.
Of course.
We got kind of an arrangement going. I kill people, he gets me off. Over the years, I'm in his debt pretty good, so when he calls in a favor...
I have a silent alarm. The police are on their way as I speak.
Then I better not waste time.
Before you touch me, you should know. I have cooties.
Well, you're a funny boy.
Please?
You have exceeded the time allotted.
Does this tape represent an accurate account of the events as they happened that night?
Pretty much.
Takes some getting used to. You should have told me it was your first. The doctor's almost ready for the exam. You coming back in? Look, tell me if I need to call the crisis center, get another counselor down here.
I'm okay.
I don't mean to be brutal, but you're not going to do her any good if you run out of the room again.
I'm fine.
How old are you?
Let's go.
You made a deal with the prosecution in exchange for your testimony, didn't you, Mr. Neal?
We covered that.
Yes, it bears repeating because in all my years as a criminal defense attorney, I've never seen a case where a man goes to a house, breaks in, lies in wait, decapitates his victim, then gets off with manslaughter.
Objection.
Sustained.
They had you on videotape entering Mr. Hinks's house. Is that correct?
It is?
And we heard the audio tape of you killing him?
Yes.
So, basically, they had you. You were looking at murder, life with no parole, weren't you, Mr. Neal?
I know what you're thinking. I'm fingering Bobby to help myself.
Why would I think that?
Look, I'm telling the truth here.
How many times have you been convicted of murder, sir?
Convicted once.
Armed robbery?
I'm not sure.
According to your record, twice. Assault?
Look, I didn't bring my resume.
3 times. Possession of drugs?
I'm telling the truth. What happened that day?
Rape?
I still maintain my innocence on that.
Perjury?
Once. And that...
Murder? rape, armed robbery, assault, and perjury. Have we left out anything, Mr. Neal? This deal you made to get manslaughter, instead of spending every day for the rest of your life in prison, you're going to get out again, aren't you?
Look.
I asked you a question, sir. Under this deal, just by coming to court and accusing Bobby Donnell, you get out again. True or false?
True.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. Nothing further.
Maddie, I need to do the pelvic exam now to see if you have any injuries, okay?
I don't know.
It's really important that we make sure you're okay. Try to relax your muscles. This won't be too uncomfortable.
Do you want to hold my hand?
Just going to put my hand on your knees.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Maybe we could get a different doctor. I mean, can we still get a female doctor?
No. I can do it. I can do it.
Okay. Don't see any signs of tearing. This is good.
If you want, I could...
Just need to take a couple of swabs and we're done.
Get some cream.
Lucy, go to the nurse's station, and what you want to ask them for is sulfa cream. The sulfa cream. Would you get that for me?
All right. Caroline is going to finish the rape kit, comb for pubic hairs, and take scrapings from under your fingernails.
Okay, we have a decision to make. Whether or not you testify.
What are you talking about? How do I not testify?
Well,
I'm the only one to refute Neal's story.
Bobby, if you get up there, you'll be saying that you sent Alan Neal to scare him. And under the felony murder rule, that may be all the prosecution needs.
if we rest now, we could just argue reasonable doubt. All the prosecution has to show you sent him there at all is the word of a convicted felon, looking to avoid a life sentence.
The jury will assume Bobby sent him there. Why else
An
would
assumption isn't proof.
But if you say you sent him...
That is proof.
Look, the question is, where do you stand now? Was Neal convincing?
He wasn't terrible.
Look, if Bobby doesn't testify, how do we explain Neal going to Hinks's house?
What I'm saying, we may be handing them their case. If Bobby says he sent him, we remove reasonable doubt on that issue. It could be case over.
And what I'm saying is we've already lost on that issue. Everybody in that courtroom knows Bobby sent him.
They don't know it, Lindsay.
Come on, Eugene. If Bobby doesn't deny that he sent him there to kill Hinks, which is what Neal just testified to...
Plus, I never said break and enter. Let's not forget that.
He has to testify. He has to.
Can I say something? It seems under the felony murder rule, you lose. The only way to win is basically the jury has to want to let you go. For that to happen, you have to take the stand and say you never sent the guy there to kill him.
I agree. So do I.
Okay. I'm testifying.
Ford, Working Girl, tonight at 8 on FX.
Bobby Donnell is scheduled to take the stand any second. He is likely to be the only defense witness, which means this could go to jury as early as tomorrow. In other news, Governor Cellucci was...
Talk about rushed judgment.
Lucy, how did your thing go at the clinic yesterday?
Fine.
Did you have a client?
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Not even whether you had a client?
No.
Lindsay had become increasingly scared. First, when he started showing up at the office.
William Hinks?
Yes. He showed up saying things like he wanted to appeal his acquittal for the purpose of continuing his relationship with Lindsay. Then he showed up asking if there was a good place to walk a dog. All his victims, he met them walking a dog.
Did you respond to that?
We called the police and the district attorney. We got a restraining order to keep him 1,000 feet away.
Well, did that work?
No. He showed up where she gets coffee, saying he didn't know she'd be there. Then she hailed a cab. He was in the cab, driving. He was stalking her.
Well, did you tell this to the police?
They said they couldn't prove it, and there was nothing they could do.
What happened next?
Next, he murdered his therapist.
Objection, there's no evidence.
His therapist was murdered, who was also a friend of Lindsay's. Then he showed up at the hospital again to taunt Lindsay. Again, the police claimed they couldn't prove it, so they let him go. He's out there killing people. He's obsessed with my wife.
What did you do?
I called Alan Neal.
Why?
Because I needed somebody who was capable of scaring Hinks. Hinks knew the police were bound by rules and laws which he could manipulate. I wanted somebody who didn't know those bounds. Somebody who could genuinely scare Hinks. That's why I called Alan Neal.
And you met with Mr. Neal?
I did.
What did you say?
I asked him to put the fear of God in him.
Did you ask him to kill him?
No. In fact, I explicitly told him not to.
Well, did you ask him to physically hurt him?
Never. I only asked him to scare him, and that's all he said he would do.
Well, what happened then?
I gave him Hinks' address, and he said he would take care of it.
Is it possible Mr. Neal thought you wanted him to kill William Hinks?
No, because he asked me that, and I said, I'm not hiring you to kill him, just scare him.
Isn't that a little risky, Mr. Donnell, sending one of your clients out to scare a serial killer?
We had been to the police. We had been to the district attorney. I had a wife 7 months pregnant. I didn't know what else. I got a psycho. Obsessed with my wife. A man who chops off heads. A man who probably just murdered his own doctor. Who's now turning all his attention to Lindsay. Was it risky to send a man to confront him? Yes. But I was not going to do nothing. That's my wife over there, carrying my child. I was not going to do nothing. But I never, ever asked him to kill anybody.
Something obviously didn't go well yesterday at the clinic.
Can't discuss cases, Rebecca. Rape counselor privilege.
I was talking about you. How did it go for you?
I'm quitting.
Why?
I'm just not cut out for it.
Oh, and you know this after your very first day.
I gave the victim a blanket.
And is that wrong?
The first thing they teach you. Never approach a victim without getting permission first. And I went at her with an open blanket. She panicked. She totally panicked.
Well, you won't do that next time.
There's not going to be a next time.
There are going to be more victims.
When I saw what happened to her, I freaked.
Lucy, the woman was raped, so you got emotional. I would wonder about you if you didn't.
I ran out of the room. And then I threw up in the hall.
Did you go back in?
Yeah.
And?
I just wanted to run out again. I mean, the only reason I didn't was because the victim grabbed my hand before I could.
Lucy, this was your very first call. I think you can allow yourself.
I'm just not cut out for it, Rebecca.
bet you are.
You know, I really don't have any questions. As I understand your testimony, you were afraid of this Mr. Hinks. You called in a client you once got acquitted for a double homicide. After your meeting, Mr. Neal went to visit Mr. Hinks, and Mr. Hinks ended up with his head in a freezer.
I never sent Alan Neal to kill him.
He just got that idea all by himself?
I don't know. He either did, or maybe there was a scuffle. I don't know. I do know I never sent him there to kill him.
So all you did was send a known killer with instructions to be sure not to kill this time?
Yes.
When you were first called to the scene of William Hinks's house a month ago, and you saw his headless body, did you know who had killed him?
Yes.
Did you tell your friend, Detective McGuire?
No.
Why not? There was certainly no privilege here. Why didn't you tell the police who had killed William Hinks?
I was in shock. I wasn't thinking well.
So you were content to let this killer stay at large, this killer who murders people without being asked?
Objection!
Wasn't your real fear incriminating yourself? Mr. Donnell, when you declined to tell the police who had killed William Hinks, was it because you didn't want to incriminate yourself?
Partly, maybe.
Prior to the discovery of William Hinks's decapitated body, had you told anybody you'd sent Mr. Neal to visit him?
No.
None of your colleagues?
No.
Not even your wife?
No.
Mr. Donnell, your wife is terrified. She's being stalked by this serial killer. You didn't think to tell her you'd sent somebody to threaten him? You didn't try to give her some peace of mind, Mr. Donnell?
She was on the verge of miscarrying. I didn't want her any further involved.
That's exactly the case, isn't it? You didn't want her any further involved. You were afraid that by telling her the truth about what you'd sent Alan Neal to do, you might incriminate her too. Isn't that right?
I only sent him there to threaten him.
Yes. His ending up dead. Just a big mix-up.
What happened?
It went okay. Bobby did pretty good on direct. He was crossed all right, but he held up.
It did not go okay, Eugene. It was... They just put in their case, uncontested, while you just sat on your hands and... Both of you. If nothing else, you should have at least objected to...
There was nothing to...
You do it to break up their momentum, Eleanor. You don't just sit around and wait for something objectionable before... It was like you both went to sleep. I don't want to be having this baby alone. I want him in the room with me, Eugene. I thought they were terrible.
There was nothing they could do, Lindsay. Toomey had an easy cross because he had the facts. The truth hurts me. Let's face it, the line between my innocence and guilt here is a thin one. And I probably crossed it.
I would have so loved to have extended that look of pain in their faces. That look of horror. It's a thing of beauty. The look on the face of a woman who knows she's about to die.
You think you'll kill again?
Oh, yes. I'll get out of this. You just watch. And I'll know the joy of that look again.
That's what we were dealing with. A psychotic man who cut the heads off women, who pulled out their fingernails and kept them as souvenirs, and the police couldn't stop him. Even after they caught him, he was smart enough to convince his therapist that he was a sick serial killer wannabe. She testified to that at his trial. The jury bought it. He got off. Then he killed his therapist. And then he turned his attention to his lawyer, Lindsay Dole. Still, the police couldn't stop him. He'd show up at her office where she buys coffee. He picked her up in a cab. He gave her a dog. Then he strangled the dog. They got a restraining order, but it didn't stop him. See, he wasn't threatened by the courts. He could fool a jury. He wasn't scared of the police. Why should he be? He killed 10 women. Everybody knew it. And he was still out there. I'll tell you who was scared. Bobby Donald. See, Lindsay Dole, that's his wife. Pregnant. 7 months, their first child. You don't think this man was terrified? Would you be? A man who cuts off heads is after your spouse. The police shake their heads. Nothing we can do. How would you react? How he reacted? He called an old client. Yes, a goon, to put the fear of God in this Hinks. Because that's all he could think of, try to scare the guy. And that's all Bobby Donald did, ladies and gentlemen. That's all he did. He never said, go kill him. That was a flat-out lie told by a murderer with a rap sheet longer than the Callahan Tunnel. A murderer caught. A murderer trying to avoid a life sentence. Alan Neal flipped Bobby Donald in exchange for manslaughter and a shot at parole. The chief prosecutorial witness is a murderer, a rapist with a motive to lie, and it's on his word alone that the district attorney is asking you to believe Bobby Donald ordered a hit. Alan Neal's word doesn't satisfy reasonable doubt, and I think you know that.
Mr. Donald was scared. I don't dispute that. Who wouldn't be? Is the man on that videotape after somebody you love? But being scared doesn't give you the right to become a vigilante. It doesn't justify breaking the law, and it doesn't excuse murder. Not for me, not for you, and especially not for Mr. Donald. This is an experienced criminal defense lawyer. He knows the law. He uses the law when it suits him to make money defending people like William Hinks. But the minute Mr. Donald's family is at risk, the minute Mr. Donald is scared, forget the law. He goes out and hires a killer. That is not just hypocrisy, ladies and gentlemen. That is the most knowing and intentional criminal act you can imagine. Mr. Young says Alan Neal had a motive to lie to spare himself a life sentence. That might be true after he was caught. But Alan Neal gave the same story to William Hinks before he was caught, before there was any such motive. You heard the tape. The clear inference was he was sent by Mr. Donald to kill Hinks. There was nothing self-serving about that statement at the time it was made. Of course Mr. Donald sent Mr. Neal to kill Hinks. Why else would Alan Neal have done so? For extra credit? Do we really think, oops, he must have misunderstood? A price of $50,000 was set. Bobby Donald was in that frame of mind when he asked Detective McGuire to get this guy. He was in that same state of mind when he dispatched Alan Neal. And think about this. If Mr. Donald is the innocent man he claims to be, why, when the police found Hinks dead, did he not tell them who did it? Why didn't he tell his own wife? Because he knew he was guilty. And even if, for some reason, perhaps out of sympathy, you are to believe, Mr. Donald, that he only sent Alan Neal to scare Hinks, under the felony murder rule, you still must convict. If you send a person to break into somebody's home and a murder results, whether intended or not, the felony murder rule applies. The reason for this rule is to deter suspects from doing something so inherently dangerous that it could foreseeably lead to violence, perhaps murder. Here, Mr. Donnell sent a killer to break into the home of a psycho. Think about that. It is no different than if he lit the fuse of a bomb and threw it at Hinks. One way or another, Hinks was going to die. And that's exactly what Mr. Donnell wanted.
The judge is giving instructions. The jury will have it within the hour.
Maddie.
Are you Lucy?
Yeah.
I didn't get that clear look at you before. I know I'm supposed to wait to see you at the clinic, but without your help. Thank you.
Sure.
I'm gonna see you at the clinic, right?
I'll be there.
Eugene?
No. We're all lawyers here.
The offer's on the table. Aiding and abetting a felonious assault, 2.5 years.
Give us a second. I think we should take it. Can I go take it, Bobby?
No. I just can't, Lindsay. Eleanor.
I don't know, Bobby. I feel good on murder 1 and conspiracy. But on felony murder, I just don't know.
Look, we need another minute.
Well, we haven't got it. The jury's back. They have a verdict. So either you take the deal now, or we go in there.
We go in there.
Donald, will you please rise? Mr. Foreman, have you rendered a unanimous verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Robert Donnell. On the count of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant, Robert Donnell, not guilty. On the count of conspiracy to commit murder, we find the defendant, Robert Donnell, not guilty. On the count of felony murder, we find the defendant, Robert Donnell, not guilty.
The jury is dismissed with the thanks of the court. We're adjourned.
Get me out of here. Come on.
How do you feel? Do you ever think you'd lose? Wait, Bobby! About this law. Have any comments? Do you ever...
That went well.
Oh, I knew he'd win. I just had this feeling.
Did.
Did they say, are they coming back here?
Yeah. Gosh. Well, I guess this means we're back in business, huh?
Which means you can go about distributing that mail if that's not too much trouble.
Funny. Oh, yeah, you can have that.
What's this?
Some cheapo recorder, probably from a cheapo client. There wasn't a card or anything.
Huh? There's a cassette.
Really?
Hello, Lindsay. If you're getting this, it's at the instructions of my probate attorney, which means I must be dead. That's unfortunate. I usually like to have the last laugh. This is my little insurance policy on that. See you soon.
Get out.
What?
Go!
Previously on The Practice.
His name is William Hinks. He's a serial psycho head chopper. We just successfully got acquitted. Now he's obsessed or something with Lindsay. I just want you to scare him.
I'll take care of it, Bobby.
Hello, Lindsay. If you're getting this, it's at the instructions of my probate attorney, which means I must be dead. That's unfortunate. I usually like to have the last laugh. This is my little insurance policy on that.
Get out.
What?
Go!
Can't go in there. Can't go in there. Get back. Let me go. Get back. Lucy. Look out. Lucy. Look out. I'm going with her. Never mind your business.
Get through here. Come on.
Step aside, please.
People, get out of the way. Coming through.
Coming through.
You gotta get through here. Move out the way.
Right here. You just stay calm. I'm right here. Can you tell me your injuries?
Not yet.
I'm right here with you.
Heart stopped. Get the paddles.
Charging at 200. Clear.
Nothing.
Charging at 360. Clear.
Okay, she's back. She's back, okay. 20-year-old female. BP is 120/90. I want to be with her.
You can't, sir. You have to wait here. What have you got?
35-year-old female in an explosion wanted to full arrest.
Hello, sit down.
Unconscious.
Sir, I'm sorry. I cannot go past this point.
You learn anything more?
Just explosion. That's all I got.
Lucy was conscious. I think she's okay.
Beck isn't.
Dr. Hoffman to medical records. Dr. Hoffman to medical records.
Have you received any threats or... To bomb us? No.
Lucy Hatcher?
That's us.
She's okay. She suffered a concussion and a couple of lacerations. Other than that, just some bruises. The x-rays were all negative.
Can we see her?
She's being stitched up. After that, they'll bring her out.
What about Rebecca Washington?
The other doctors are treating her. I'll check for you.
Bobby, is she okay?
We don't know.
Oh,
The doctors are still working on her.
what happened?
There was some kind of explosion in the office.
What were her injuries?
We're not sure yet.
Is she conscious or...
I don't think so.
Hey, Lucy. Whoa. Are you all right?
Yeah, just some stitches.
What happened?
William Hinks.
What?
There was a tape recorder with a message in it. Something about him getting the last laugh, and Beck said run, and then everything just blew up.
The voice. He identified himself as Hinks.
I know his voice.
Jimmy.
Lucy's okay. We don't know about Rebecca. Hinks sent a bomb.
Can I talk to you a bit about this tape recorder?
Yeah.
I'd also like you to talk to some people from our bomb squad.
How'd it get there? Hinks's probate attorney sent it over.
Do you know his name?
There might have been a letter, but I don't remember.
Dr. Shaw to ER. Dr. Shaw.
Rebecca Washington?
That's my daughter.
She suffered some pretty tough internal injuries. There's also some swelling in the brain. She's still unconscious and probably will stay that way until the swelling goes down. We need to repair her spleen, and it's possible that she may lose a kidney. She's on her way to the OR now.
Is she gonna live, Doctor?
Well, we're hoping she will, yes.
We're all hoping. The question is, will she?
Well, we'll know better once we get in there. I'll come out as soon as we're finished.
Doctor, my daughter, she's a Jehovah's Witness. She can't have any blood transfusions.
She's not a Jehovah's Witness.
She is. Bobby, I know my daughter's faith. And she would not want a transfusion under any circumstances.
Mrs. Washington, she's already lost a lot of blood. To withhold a transfusion at this point would pose a very grave risk.
You can do the surgery. You can use non-blood alternatives, but no blood.
Are there any other family members here?
I'm her only family.
Elaine, I think...
Bobby, no.
What are we facing?
Well, we can do auto transfusions for the surgery.
What's that mean?
Well, we basically recycle her own blood. But she's lost almost 3 liters coming in. The odds of her surviving without a transfusion...
Let me talk to her.
Bobby, I said no. Do the surgery. No blood.
1 second, Elaine. What do I need to do?
I'm sorry?
To authorize the transfusion.
Well, you need to convince the mother.
The patient's intent.
I can't take your word over her mother's on what the patient's intent is. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go over to the mother, then I'll come back to you and tell you she consented. Then you'll be authorized to give the transfusion. Then you'll be covered.
This authorization isn't to technically cover the surgeons. It's to protect the patient's rights.
How is this patient protected if she's going to die?
I'm sorry, but this hospital needs more than your personal assurance to perform this transfusion.
I'm going to court first thing in the morning. In the meantime, keep working on Elaine.
Okay.
We found this correspondence in the debris. It's from Roland Hofstra. He's a probate attorney.
Dear Miss Dole, my client bequeathed this item to you. Sincerely, Roland Hofstra.
Lucy must have thrown it away.
She could have. She was kind of in a daze over her rape case.
How's Rebecca?
She's still in surgery. Bobby is going to go into court.
The mother still won't budge.
Detective? Eleanor?
Kevin?
Thank God, what happened? It's like a bomb went off.
chair to admitting. Wheelchair to admitting. Dr. Behringer to ER3. Dr. Behringer to ER3.
We repaired the spleen. No other internal organs were damaged. We didn't have to take the kidney. She came to pretty well. The blood loss is still a major concern. Her heart rate is 168. It should be in the 70s. Right now, our biggest worry is that she could go into shock.
Can I see her?
She'll be taken to ICU. You can see her there in about an hour.
Thank you.
She really needs blood, Mrs. Washington. I'll have a nurse bring you to the ICU.
Elaine, please.
Eugene, when she was in surgery, you sat there for a long time with your eyes closed. What were you doing?
Praying.
You turned to your faith. My daughter and I would like to turn to ours.
No warning, no hearing.
Okay, did you facilitate the relationship?
No, I knew about it, but that's it. I was fired because a fellow teacher had an affair with a student, and I didn't report it. That's the extent of my participation, if you could even call it that.
Were you involved in a cover-up?
No,
or...
Eleanor, you know me. I would never...
Okay. The teacher who had the affair, he's a friend.
Yes. That's probably the problem. They're finding me guilty by association. It's not right. I didn't do anything wrong.
When's the hearing with the school board?
This afternoon.
And you're coming to me now?
I was going to have my union rep do it, but...
I'll do this. Let me take one shot with the principal. What's he like?
Usually fair, but he's also stubborn.
Is he at school now?
I'm sure he is.
Let's go.
What do you expect me to do?
Give me a court order.
To override a person's religious freedom?
It's my opinion that Rebecca Washington would want the transfusion.
And that would mean something if your opinion mattered, but it doesn't, Mr. Donald. You have no standing here, and you know it.
I believe an argument can be made to substitute my judgment for the mother's.
Even if that's true, that argument is certainly not going to be made ex parte.
Time is of the essence.
Then why did you come here without Mrs. Washington? She was in the hospital room with you.
Your Honor.
You came looking for a favor.
Your Honor, I believe...
But I don't give them. And truth be told, I'm offended that you'd think...
I don't give a damn whether you're offended or not. A person could die here.
However close to her you may be.
If she doesn't get the transfusion, she will die.
I'll give you a hearing. With the mother. Give her notice right now, and I'll see you in an hour.
College, Tuesday at 8, followed by an all-new Son of the Beach on FX.
It's only a presumption in favor of family members. It's not codified anywhere.
Just print the cases. I'll read them on the way over.
The best ones are from New Jersey.
I highlighted First Circuit.
You okay?
It's just my stupid back.
That was Eugene. She's still unconscious.
Come on, Lizzie. We should go. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just go.
I just thought, without trivializing the infraction of a teacher having a sexual liaison with a student, we can all agree Kevin Riley never condoned Milton Buttle's actions. And
I don't think that we can agree to that at all. Your client was complicit with his silence, Miss Tutt.
Excuse me, it's Fret. And while we can question Kevin's decision to remain silent, nothing in his behavior suggests that he either approved of the affair
Nothing in
or
his
even...
behavior suggests he disapproved of it.
That isn't true, Stephen.
Kevin,
And you...
a punishment must be proportionate to the crime. Wouldn't you agree there, Mr. Harper?
I would.
And does this seem proportionate? Kevin got the same sanction as Milton Buttle.
This sounds like an argument you should probably be making with the school board.
I was hoping it wouldn't have to come to that.
Well, I'm afraid it will. My decision is final here.
You know, my uncle's a teacher.
Oh, well, then by all means, Mr. Riley, you're reinstated. We had no idea Mr. Belluti had an uncle.
I don't think we need to get sarcastic. What I was about to say, my uncle, he keeps telling me how we need good teachers, how there's this big shortage. And here, This is a good one.
The reason we need more teachers, Mr. Berluti, is that people are forsaking the profession due to the continuing erosion of respect for educators, which erosion we will never stem until we begin to get serious about weeding out the bad ones.
That's a bunch of garbage, Scott.
Kevin?
Well, you think the teaching profession will flourish with you as the poster boy?
Mr. Riley, if Lisa Greer had been 1 year younger, your face might be appearing on posters along with Milton Buttles.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
All right, look. This isn't a decision we made easily, but it is one which was nevertheless warranted, and I'll stick by it. If you want to take your case to the school board, you are certainly free to do so. Any other way I can be helpful, Miss Frudd?
Well, maybe a tip. I've never appeared before the school board before, so I was wondering, does your kind of blatant condescension prove to be persuasive there?
I think we're done.
No, Mr. Harper. We're not.
I thought it was a tape recorder.
Where were you keeping it, Mr. Hofstra?
Look, I'm not comfortable answering
We're not
all
going anywhere, Mr. Hofstra. You will answer these questions. Please sit. Where were you keeping it?
in a safety deposit box.
And he instructed you to deliver it to Miss Dole upon his death?
Yes.
Why didn't you identify it as coming from Mr. Hinks?
That was one of the stipulations in the codicil, that he didn't want to be identified.
Did you know Mr. Hinks to be an alleged serial killer?
Well, certainly he talked about it, but... Ms. Gamble, it was a will. I am a trust and estates attorney. I thought it was a tape recorder. I had it in my own safe. I never suspected it to be a bomb.
Place him under arrest.
What?
Right now it's an accessory to a felony. If Rebecca Washington dies, that felony becomes murder.
You can't be serious.
Michael.
Mr. Hofstra, you can go.
Richard.
Do not leave the jurisdiction. Now get out. Helen.
Richard, a woman is almost dead.
You know me. I like to arrest everybody. But the thing was in his own safety deposit box. He clearly didn't think it was a bomb.
It's still negligence. He knows the guy to be a killer.
And even if there were a case, you essentially just squashed it yourself. You didn't Mirandize the guy.
Come on.
Lawyer or not, he has to be read his rights.
Only if it's custodial.
Which it became once you wouldn't let him leave. Look, emotions are running high here. But there's no case to be made against this attorney. At least not yet.
Though there might be a presumption in favor of family members, it's not conclusive. I direct the court's attention in Ray, 1987 case in New Jersey. There, the court wanted to vest decisions of medical treatment with the most concerned parties.
Wouldn't it be tough to beat the mother on that?
Not when the mother is refusing the transfusion, risking the patient's life. There are also two other legal standards being employed by the courts. Best interests of the patient. Here again, saving her life would be in her best interests.
Your Honor, this is about a religious choice. The cases Mr. Donald talks about involve medical decisions. Certainly, if Mrs. Washington were trying to impose her medical judgments, the doctors or the courts could step in. That is not what she is doing. She is exercising a religious freedom.
Yes, the mother's freedom. This does not reflect what Rebecca would want, which brings us to the substituted judgment standard. In the absence of a clear directive from the patient, the court can substitute its judgment for that patient. And in looking to...
Hold on, Mr. Donald. Jehovah's Witnesses are against blood transfusions. Is there any dispute about that? It seems then that the only question is whether or not Ms. Washington is in fact a Jehovah's Witness, because if she is...
She isn't.
We have the declaration of her mother. I can also proffer other Jehovah's Witnesses who've attended meetings with her.
Even if she is, I submit there are Jehovah's Witnesses who would take the transfusion.
Oh, come on, counsel.
Just like there are Catholics who favor birth control and Jews who believe in Jesus. Just because somebody subscribes to a particular religion doesn't mean he or she accepts all the tenets practiced.
But certainly the presumption would have to be that she wouldn't want the transfusion.
How can you make that presumption when the likely result is death? Shouldn't the benefit of the doubt go to her surviving?
Look, unless you can demonstrate that Miss Washington would accept a transfusion, can you?
I believe with a short evidentiary hearing, we could prove that she would want the transfusion, yes.
Let's go then.
Well, we need an hour to get our witnesses.
You have an hour.
What are you going to do?
I'm open to suggestions. Actually, Rebecca told you once that she would want the transfusion, right? No, Fox would see through that. I think she told Lucy.
Bobby,
I can't just let her die.
you're not going to suborn perjury.
Everybody can sue me after she wakes up.
No, Bobby, I won't let you.
Dr. Blair, Dr. Hamilton, to DCU staff.
Eugene?
No change. They just gave her a CAT scan. Yeah. Swelling on her brain is going down. That's good. What happened in court?
The judge wants a hearing. We have to go back. Why are all of you doing this?
We love her. I know you do too. Everybody's just trying to do what they think is right.
She feels so cold.
It's the blood loss, Elaine. Her extremities are getting cold. Can I ask, what's the harm in giving her blood?
It's a biblical prohibition, Eugene. I'm right here, baby. Your mother's right here.
All right, Mr. Donald, let's hear from you.
I'd like to call a witness, Your Honor.
Yes, I gathered as much. Go ahead.
I call Helene Washington to the stand.
I'm sorry. What is going on?
We're trying to determine Rebecca Washington's intent here. Her mother is claiming she knows that intent. I'd like to explore.
My client has faced enough persecution, Your Honor. Her daughter is deathly ill. Now she's forced to be in court.
Her daughter is deathly ill because of this witness, and we're in court.
I object to that.
Bobby? Mr. Donald, I am not going to allow you to beat answers out of this witness to bolster.
Am I allowed an evidentiary hearing here or not?
Forgive my breach of decorum, but get your ass up to this bench right now. With all due respect to your emotion, and I know it runs deep here, I will not allow you to abuse this process, that woman, or me. Have you got that, Mr. Donald?
Yes.
You keep yourself in check and in line. All right, Mrs. Washington, please take the witness chair.
Superintendent there, Marcia Shin, known as the Dragon Lady.
Well, we won't be calling her that. Are they close?
No, they're basically enemies.
They don't look like enemies at the moment.
Okay, let's get started. This meeting of the Winslow School Board is hereby called to order. Karen Sawyer will be recording minutes. We are to review Principal Harper's decision to terminate the employment of Kevin Riley. Now, Mr. Harper, we'll begin with you. Would you briefly state the cause of the discharge and please limit yourself to 3 minutes?
One of my teachers, Milton Buttle, was sleeping with a student. Kevin Riley knew about it and sat on the information. If I have any time left over, I'd like to give it to Miss Fred.
How long have we known each other, Helene?
More than 10 years.
And over that time, I've seen your daughter almost every single day, haven't I?
I'm sure that's true.
How often do you see her?
Not as much as I'd like.
1 day a week? Less?
Less. But that doesn't mean that we're not close.
No, it doesn't. But can you make room for the possibility that I know more about her life than perhaps you do?
I'm sure you know lots of things about her I don't. But clearly you had little idea as to her religious beliefs.
Which is odd, isn't it? Isn't it customary for Jehovah's Witnesses to preach their faith to others?
Not all Jehovah's Witnesses are comfortable doing that.
Not all. We're talking about Rebecca. Have you ever known Rebecca to be shy or uncomfortable expressing her opinion?
No. But perhaps she feared bigotry. Not everybody's as open-minded as you, Bobby.
Yes, let's talk about bigotry. Have you ever known Rebecca to be guilty of bigotry?
No.
In fact, I don't know anybody who rebels against oppression or prejudice more than her. Do you?
Probably not.
How do Jehovah's Witnesses feel about homosexuals?
Homosexuality is considered a sin.
Have you ever known Rebecca to condemn homosexuality?
No.
What about divorce? Under your faith, a married couple is only allowed to divorce in cases of adultery. Anything else would be a sin. Am I right?
Yes.
And yet Rebecca has represented clients, negotiated, even facilitated divorces in cases other than adultery. Is that consistent with being a Jehovah's Witness?
My daughter is against blood transfusions.
She said that to you specifically.
She didn't have to say it specifically. It's fundamental to our faith. Leviticus says, whatsoever man eateth any manner of blood, he will cut him off from among his people.
So she might be against transfusions, but not necessarily homosexuals and divorce.
Objection.
Your Honor, Rebecca Washington's life is at stake here. Her life. If there's even a question as to whether she really is a Jehovah's Witness...
There is no question. Rebecca has a problem with bigotry. I grant you she probably does disagree with the condemnation of homosexuality,
What about premarital sex? That's a sin, too, according to the Jehovah's Witness faith. Does your daughter condemn premarital sex?
I'm sure she may have issue with some of our tenets. But as for our fundamental ones, and this would be...
When she became a lawyer, did you attend her swearing-in ceremony?
Yes, I did, and you were there, too.
I remember her pledging allegiance to the flag. That's against your religion, isn't it?
As long as you don't conscientiously participate...
She was saying the words, pledging her allegiance to an emblem. What about abortion? That's prohibited by your religion, isn't it?
Very.
Would you consider that one of the fundamental tenets?
I would.
Would Rebecca ever have an abortion?
Absolutely not.
Did you know she had one?
No, I didn't.
Homosexuality, divorce, premarital sex, saluting flags, abortion. Jehovah's Witnesses are against all these things, yet Rebecca doesn't condemn any of them. She is not a Jehovah's Witness.
She is. And she's against blood transfusions.
Why doesn't she carry a blood card? Jehovah's typically carry blood cards to prevent transfusions, don't they?
It is not a requirement.
But if she were really opposed to such a transfusion, did she just forget to put it in her wallet, Helene?
Objection!
It's your own daughter, for God's sake.
Your Honor!
You're letting her die.
Counsel!
Objection!
Your own daughter! You're letting this voodoo...
Objection!
Mr. Donnell!
Your own daughter.
Friday's Fox Ball.
As you go through the teacher's handbook, the principal's bylines, and the board's own directives, nowhere does it call for a teacher's discharge for failing to report the misconduct of another teacher.
Are you claiming that Mr. Harper had no authority to fire Mr. Riley?
I am saying he had discretion, and given that, we should look at Mr. Riley's record in its totality. And in
If you're admitting this is discretionary, Miss Frutt, what's the basis of your challenge?
I am saying Mr. Harper's decision was an abuse of his discretion. To terminate...
Do you agree Milton Buttle should have been fired?
Yes, but...
What if Milton Buttle had carried on this affair using Kevin Riley's apartment?
That never happened.
I'm asking you, what if it did? If Mr. Riley had offered up the keys to his apartment?
That might be participation, but...
What if he just offered words of encouragement? Go for it, Milt. Would he have crossed the line there?
I think yes, but again, he didn't do that.
Maybe not. But saying nothing? Can't that be construed as tacit approval?
He did say something to Milton Buttle. He unequivocally denounced the relationship and told him to end it. He only was silent with Stephen Harper and Scott Goober.
Okay, I think we understand your position. Mr. Harper?
You know my position.
The board votes to discharge Kevin Riley. Thank you.
This meeting is adjourned.
Wait a second, what's the rush?
You have an appropriate remedy with the court, should you choose to appeal.
The hell was that, Stephen?
Kevin, the best thing you could do now is start taking responsibility. Miss Fred, Mr. Berluti.
I'm sorry. That was in the bag.
Virtually all the cases, all of them, where the courts are trying to make these tough decisions, they've involved comatose or vegetative patients. The choice was basically death versus vegetable. Here, the choice is death versus full quality of life, complete recovery. The same legal standards can apply. If there's any doubt, I say it again, it has to be in favor of Rebecca Washington's life.
But counsel, I would agree if this was a medical decision. But again, this involves a person's religious freedom.
And I submit she's not a Jehovah's Witness, not for real.
They've given me an affidavit from her fellow congregants. Her mother.
Rebecca and her mother were estranged years ago. Maybe she joined this church to work on their relationship.
You're groping.
I have worked side by side with Rebecca Washington for 12 years. I know her. She doesn't go around preaching to people on the streets. She doesn't condemn homosexuality. She doesn't object to the national anthem. She doesn't denounce premarital sex. She had an abortion herself. She represents clients in divorce cases. None of this is reconcilable with her being a Jehovah's Witness. None of it. And if you want to believe she is, you have to believe she's a kind that doesn't subscribe to all its tenets. And given that, given the possibility that she might not subscribe to the prohibition on transfusions, if there's any question here, please give her the benefit of life. I love this woman. But the doctors can't save her unless you allow them to.
No. Your Honor, may I be heard?
You may.
I know my daughter. We've talked many hours about our faith. She is a Jehovah's Witness. For a Jehovah's Witness, it is against God's law to accept blood. There is no question there. There is no dispute about that. It is the most fundamental of all our tenets. Bobby Donnell gave himself away when he called our faith voodoo. Now, I'm sure to him it is voodoo. But freedom of religion extends to all religions. Whether Bobby Donnell considers them reasonable or not.
Best I can figure, Harper and Shin have butted heads all year, and she's just trying to show support.
Does she control the board?
Pretty much.
All right, look. In victory, you can catch people at their most gracious. So what I'd like to do is take one last crack at Harper. If he's as fair-minded as you say, although Personally, I have not seen that yet. Any word?
Her blood pressure has dropped to 90 and her heart rate is still really high.
Did Fox say when she'd rule?
She promised by tonight.
People have a right to refuse medical treatment on religious grounds. Whether or not Rebecca Washington would refuse a blood transfusion, the truth is, nobody here knows for sure. As a Jehovah's Witness, my suspicion is she would. And therefore, I shift the burden to Mr. Donald to prove otherwise. The fact that Ms. Washington rejected other tenets of this faith does not persuade me she'd reject this one. The fact remains the tenet on transfusions. That goes to the core of the Jehovah's Witness religion in that God treats blood as sacred. Mrs. Washington, are you sure this is what your daughter would want?
I am, Your Honor.
Petitioner's motion for a court order is denied.
She is going to die.
We're adjourned.
She is going to die.
Counsel.
I don't care. You want to hold me in contempt? Do it. I don't care. She is going to die.
I will hold you in contempt.
I'm taking this to the Court of Appeals now.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Lindsay?
Oh, God.
Lindsay?
Get the paramedics.
I think she's hemorrhaging.
Let me see.
Oh, God. I think he's coming out.
What? Get a doctor. Somebody get a doctor.
Oh, he's coming.
Go to medical training, get out of this room now, and that's an order.
I was a nurse.
Lindsay, hold on. Help is coming.
Oh, my God. He's not waiting. He's coming.
He's not due for a month.
I have to know that. Turn on your back, Lindsay. On your back.
Okay.
Get on your back. Okay. Now, I want you to push on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Where are the paramedics?
Baby's coming now, Mr. Donald.
Atta girl. Now, 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, Lindsay.
Good. Breathe deep, Lindsay. Breathe deep and push.
Now it hurts.
Just hold on, Lindsay.
2.
Shut up. You hold on.
Good. Good. Push.
It's 8 o'clock.
I took a guess. From your weak social skills, I figured you'd have no personal life and that you'd still be working.
Oh, I like that. Can I steal it?
Feel free.
Have a seat.
I know you can, but do you have to?
You don't give up, do you?
Well, the book on you is that you are both compassionate and stubborn. I've seen the stubborn.
And the book on you is you personalize your cases.
Well, Kevin is also a friend. And I thought he was one of yours.
Yeah, which would make his lying to me even more egregious, wouldn't it?
Is that why we're here? Because he lied.
I'm here trying to run a school. You're here apparently to try to tell me how to.
I am only here to try to get you to reconsider.
Asked and answered. Isn't that how it goes?
Look, I did not come here to fight, and I don't really want to go to court. 2-week suspension. That way...
I don't have the authority to suspend him.
Why not?
He doesn't work here anymore. He was fired.
Do you want to go to court, Mr. Harper?
Seems I do.
Push hard, honey. 1, 2, 3.
Where?
Where do you think? You're one last push away, okay? Now, I want you to bear down and push.
Okay.
Push hard.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Here it comes. Oh, okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, my God. Oh, he's a beauty. Oh, he's a beauty.
Is he okay?
He's perfect. Isn't he perfect? Bobby?
We have a son.
You were a big help.
Mercy, please.
What? In the courtroom? My. And Lindsay. Are you guys coming here to this hospital? Well, I don't know what to say, Bobby. Congratulations, man. She's doing the same. Well, I'm gonna give her this news. Maybe that'll wake her up. Okay. See you. You're not going to believe this, Beck. Bobby and Lindsay just had a baby boy. She had him right in the courtroom. How about that? Mysterious ways, huh?
Oh, my. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Short labor.
Look at him.
Does he have a name?
Robert.
You named him after you?
What a shock.
Here's my pager. I'm waiting for a call from the appeals court. Any change with Beck?
No.
It's possible that we can get in tonight. Where's Eleanor?
Bobby?
I'll be right there. I need you and Eleanor to get on Westlaw, see if there's any new cases. All our research isn't here.
Her heart rate's still too high.
Has it gone up any more?
No, it's still 140, but that's dangerous, Mrs. Washington.
But it hasn't gotten any worse.
No.
Well, there's that then. Hey, baby.
So I hear you're delivering babies now.
No change?
No.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lindsay's fine?
She's in the room. Go up and see her. Hey, Beck. You're a godmother now. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Thank you. We just need for you to wake up.
Would anyone like to join me in a prayer?